Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at XL Steelix again. This is going to be pretty fun, and at the end, we're going to have a little grand finale with Shadow Staraptor and Steelix on the same team. So we're going to be using different Pokemon. I do believe throughout the entire video, we're going to actually keep it paired up with Machamp. I just, for some reason, just wanted to have it with Machamp. And we're going to switch out that third Pokemon using Jellicent, Gramble, and then eventually going into Staraptor. We may even see another one. So with that said, if you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up. XL Steelix is amazing. So we are actually going to be in the Open Ultra League. We're not going to go into the Remix Cup. We did use the XL Steelix in the Remix Cup last time. So now, Open, let's get it. We already tested out Staraptor in the Open Ultra League, and it was actually doing amazing. If you haven't seen that video, we did upload it a couple days ago, so go check it out if you haven't. But with that said, let's see what we have going on here. Kind of in the middle of the battle, we're just going to go ahead and farm down. Now, Steelix, man, all right. You know, it's got several things to look out for, specifically a Swampert here. Now, we can take a Hydro Cannon. I think we could take an Earthquake. It's going to probably bring us very low. But Hydro Cannon is doing a lot, unfortunately, because we're ground type, so it's just going to happen. But otherwise, it sure can take a hit. The thing is a tank. All right, so what we're going to do here is we got to be quick. We're going to shield this, swap into our Machamp, and catch this here. We're going to let it go because Machamp can take this, and we need to hold on to that shield. And we're going to go ahead and counter down. All right, let's get it. And in the back is going to be a Muck. Looks like we're going to be able to take this out. With the Machamp, we could come in here with the Steelix, but I do believe we just simply shield up. Since we have the energy built up, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just get this over with. So we shield up here and get to the cross chop and take the win. Let's get it. All right, now I do want to thank everybody for all of the support for the year of 2021 and any other year that you supported me. It has been a good one, and I know it's been a crazy year. We're going to have to see what's in store for 2022. But it's probably going to be pretty crazy. So our next battle, we're met up with a Togekiss. All right, going to be leading with Jellicent here. I guess this is not like the worst case scenario. At least it's not going to be a Machamp. And they're going to be swapping to catch this Bubble Beam on their Giratina, which was going to be a nice swap in. So we did lower the attack there. And what I was trying to do here was build the illusion, like, here comes a Shadow Ball, you better shield up, and they let it go. And at this point, they at least have an attack debuff by 2 stages. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in Steelix, which has Dragon Tail and Crunch, but I do believe I farm down. Yeah, I think we're just going to go for gold here and completely farm them down. Even when we reach 100 energy, I still just keep going and going. It's to the point where I do believe they can swap, so it would be nice if they did do that, so they get locked in here. If they wanted to keep that alive, I think they're going to actually go down with the ship here. They don't want to get locked in, so we're going to have a bunch of energy. As you can see, they're doing hardly any damage. They do bring us into the yellow, but we come out of this with a lot of energy, 100. We went way over, but I still didn't care. So we're going to go ahead and just throw Earthquake. They had to call it. That was it. I mean, I know they have 2 shields, but they had to call it. If it was a Crunch, it would have done hardly any damage, and they would have just went to town afterwards. So it is what it is. They had 2 shields. I guess could have used it. Next battle, we met with a Machamp. This is amazingly. They're going to be swapping into an Umbreon, and we're going to go ahead and bring in that Shadow Machamp. You already know what it is. Now, I'm a little nervous nowadays with the Umbreons because they could have Psychic, and that's going to essentially almost one-shot the Machamp. Not quite, but it's not going to be very comfortable. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. It is going to be a foul play. That's fine. Building up to 2 of these cross chops. And oh boy, folks, you know, Go Battle League is pretty rough nowadays. You know, you could be in a winning position and then play perfectly. You know what's going to help you lose? The fact that you're not going to be able to gain energy for your first few seconds after you use a charge move, or at least a second. And that's can make a big difference, right? Your opponent's sitting over there mud-shotting, you know, gain a good 30 energy before you even start moving. It's ridiculous. All right, so they're going to be bringing in their Machamp. Unfortunately, we're not able to get off that cross drop. Bringing in the Jellicent. Payback won't even take us out here. It'd be pretty close, though. And they're going to go Rock Slide, bring in their Talonflame. We're going to go for the Bubble Beam here. And, yeah, swap it to Steelix. Now, that's just the play here. We don't want to go up against a Machamp. That's straight up. We just don't want to do that. We're going to be taking a lot of damage here, but they're going to go ahead and just throw it all. Now, I think I screwed up a bit. We go for the Crunch. We at least make it to that. We are actually going to go down with the Incinerate that actually went through here. I do believe... Nope, they're going to get another one through. Farming extra. In comes the Jellicent. Never mind, I thought I went for the Shadow Ball. Wrong battle. Just going to go ahead and take them out while shields are down here. And in comes the Machamp. And please let me get to the Shadow Ball. Now watch this. They throw, and you'll see how long it takes for me to start gaining energy again. And yeah, that's at a ×2 speed. So it took a second there. Felt like I was going to get freaking countered down. Lovely. We're taking the win barely, which shouldn't have been like that. It should have been more comfortable. But good game. On to our next opponent here. And a Blastoise. So, I mean, this is great. Even if they have, I mean, there's nothing, right? Skull Bash is not very effective. Hydro Cannon is your best bet. Just keep spamming that over and over again. We have a Steelix back there, so we don't really want to see it. And for this matchup here specifically, we're not going to go Bubble Beam. We're just going to go straight Shadow Ball. There's really no point. If they did shield that up, we get a shield out of them, which is the worst situation. Now, I do believe we had the delay. It didn't look so bad there, actually. And, of course, just throw another Shadow Ball. We're not going Bubble Beam here. There is no point. Taking them out. What you got for me? A Clefable. Perfect. Now, this is even better. Getting to the Bubble Beam to just lower the attack. Because, well, Charm hurts everything. It's going to even chip away at the Steelix. And since we do have Dragon Tail and Earthquake, it's a little tricky. We got to build all the way up to that Earthquake. And they're going to be swapping into a Talonflame. So this team is going to be vulnerable to, well, not the Jellicent, but in the back we're vulnerable to Talonflame. We have ways to take them out, as you're going to see here. We're going to go for bait 1. Okay. Okay. And shield this up. Yeah, we got to keep this Machamp going here. All right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And we're getting to another cross chop. Now, this is crazy. Watch this. Of course, you watch this. You already watched. And can we get to a Rock Slide? Oh my goodness, we do. I can't believe it. This is going to take them out. And they're going to come in and just immediately, you know, remove us. But looks like I don't even give them a chance. We swap into our Steelix. And I think I actually really needed to do that. And they're going to be going for every move. It's not going to be very effective here. And we build up to the Earthquake, of course, because Crunch is not very effective. Steelix just holding it down. Let's go. But the Charm is digging in here. And I'm feeling like, wow, if they get to a Moonblast, are they going to actually be able to pull that off? But we're able to get to the Crunch first and take them out before they're able to see that. I don't want to even test it out. All right, what are we going to see in the next battle here? Leading with Jellicent again. Met with Obstagoon, of course. Yeah, all right. So this team is very weak to Obstagoon. And yes, I just swapped into it with the Steelix. And they're going to be swapping into a Politoed. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this alignment going here. Building up to the Earthquake, unfortunately not able to get it off. We will be surviving this, so we're not going to shield it up. And they may be able to farm us down. I do believe that's what they do here. And that is going to be a lot of energy when we are exiting this battle here. So we're getting a shield out of them and not able to make it to Crunch. So they have a good amount over there. We're going to go ahead and bring in Jellicent. If it's Earthquake, that's fine. Blizzard, whatever. It's not going to do much. There you go. And I do believe they just keep going for Blizzards here. I mean, I guess that's their best bet. Just do as much damage as possible before you do go down. There's another Blizzard here. We're building up extra energy because we know we're in a comfortable position. You know, we could build up this energy. We know they're not going to shield, and there it is. Beautiful. We still have 2, and we're going to expect that Obstagoon, so we're going to immediately swap into our Machamp, and they have a Muck in the back. All right, yeah, this is looking pretty grim here, so we're going to go straight for the Rock Slide, and they let it go through. And we do have to shield with the Machamp. The Jellicent actually doesn't really want to go up against that. I mean, it could. I mean, the Poison Jab's not very effective. You know, honestly, let's see here. Could I have done this a little different? I think so. You know, I think I was registering Muck. Oh, Alolan Muck, Dark. Man. And at this point, I'm feeling like I need to counter down, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. So we just throw the Cross Chop here. And we immediately swap into Jellicent with energy. Unfortunately, not able to get off the Bubble Beam, but we survive and we're able to get it off. Can we take it out with Machamp? I don't think so. Machamp has about 7 HP. Sure, we dropped their attack, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, two counters. We needed 2 more to take the win, I do believe there. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent. We're going to be met with another Obstagoon lead. All right. So I do believe after this, we switch up the team because this was occurring too often here. A little too much of a coincidence, so we switch it up. We swap into Steelix, they bring in Swampert, and we've seen this before. This is not a good situation, but at least we do have Dragon Tail, which is going to be hurting them. I guess, yeah, we got them down to the yellow, so what we could do at this point is shield up, put on some pressure. They're not going to be able to farm us down, and I guess they could farm up extra, but it's getting a little close here. So we'll get a shield, or they're going to let it go. Okay, never mind. Yeah, come in here and farm down with Obstagoon. That does make sense. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Machamp, let this go through, and they're going to probably swap into something else as soon as they get this off. Night Slash into a Crobat. Okay, so we're going to be... Oh, yeah, we could do this. Yeah. We just have to call everything. Yeah, it's definitely a Poison Fang, not very effective to our Ghost typing. We're just going to go ahead and go for the Bubble Beam here. Lower their attack more and more, and we get a shield. All right, we're on the road for success here. Machamp can't go up against that. It's plain and simple. It's just poison and fighting, plus their quick move flying. It's just going to destroy us. So we're going to go ahead and go for another Bubble Beam here. I'm fishing for another shield. Let's see if we can get it. And once we do, we're, you know, Shadow Ball? I think we... All right, yeah. Definitely want to go Shadow Ball. It's not enough to take them out. It's not like we're lowering their defense. We're lowering their attack. So we're going to let this one go again. Another Poison Fang. They're going to be swapping, and we're going to let this go. So what's going to happen is we're going to bring in the Machamp. They are shieldless. We're going to farm them down. And we'll shield this up just for good measure. I'm sure we can let it go, but we'll just shield it up. And then hit that Rock Slide immediately. And we will be able to win that CMP up against Crobat. They just back out. We take the win. All right. Looking good. All right. Well, we'll see those Staraptor battles here in a bit. Like I said, it's going to be the grand finale. And oh boy, those battles were crazy. All right. Next battle, we are leading with the Steelix. Horrible lead up against the Machamp. So we're going to swap into our own Machamp. And we do have a Shadow Gramble in the back. I was getting a little tilted, so I busted out the Shadow Gramble. Yeah. All right, so we're continuing on in the Open Ultra League here. And they still don't want to swap. Is their team weak to fighting? Possibly. Maybe they just want to handle the Machamp here and now. But it's kind of an indication if they kind of don't swap like this while you do swap. So they're taking us out at the expense of 2 shields, so that sounds good to me. We're obviously going to go ahead and bring in the Gramble and start building up energy. And they're coming in here with a Registeel. Okay, yeah, exactly. There's one Pokemon weak to fighting. So we're going to shield this up, go for close combat, and we're going to try to catch a Flash Cannon on our Steelix. So we got to time this perfectly because catching nowadays with this broken GBL is kind of difficult sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and we're actually able to catch. Maybe, let's see if it is a Flash Cannon. All right, mission success. What you got in the back, it is going to be a Berserker. Okay, so this is where Steelix is going to shine. We have no shields on either end. We need to survive a close combat, and we do. Beautiful. We're able to get to an Earthquake and take the win. Well, we're going to take out the Berserker here. And then Dragon Tail, that Registeel. Looking good. This thing is amazing. I love it. It's fun to use, and it's definitely worth the investment. Next battle, I was waiting for this for so long. All right, let's get it. This is a great matchup for Steelix here, but they're going to retreat with energy into a Poliwrath. I go ahead and decide to just build up a little bit of extra energy and then swap into our Jellicent, which is going to completely wall Poliwrath with all of its moves. Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch, Scold, everything. So we're going to go ahead and just farm up a lot. Obviously, we can't farm down. That's unrealistic. But we want some energy coming out of this battle here. We're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. It's not going to KO. And at this point, I do believe we are going to farm down all the way. I do believe they realize that right about here. So they're going to swap after this Ice Punch back into the Giratina to throw a move. We're going to go ahead and let it go. It's a Shadow Sneak, super effective. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and throw a Shadow Ball. If we land it, great. If they shield, also fine. We're going to just bring in our Steelix and go to town here. Gonna go for the Crunch. Just go for that. Don't go for Earthquake. Crunch is what you want to do. It's super effective. Plus with the Dragon Tail, just check it out. We can let all these moves go through, no problem at all. They're going for a Dragon Claw. I was confused as to why they're going for Dragon Claw and not Shadow Sneak. Going for another Dragon Claw. Maybe they want me to have health. Okay, then I guess not, because they're coming in here with their Poliwrath. Who knows? I play silly sometimes too, who knows, but we're going to go for the Crunch because we did have CMP, so unfortunately wasting that. Could have Dragon Tailed down, coming in here with a Crobat, and what do we have in the back? Was that the Machamp? Okay, yeah, we have to call everything, so we're going to say, yeah, this is a Poison Fang. We're going to go ahead and let that go, and it doesn't do anything at all. So we are having our defense drop, but we're also resisting flying. The only thing that's going to be really able to hit us is going to be Shadow Ball. Even if they keep accumulating these Poison Fangs, it's just really not going to do much. Letting it go through, and just Steelix just taking through these here. Able to get to another Crunch. My gosh, this thing is just a monster. I know, these are all resisted moves. Okay. Alright, so we kind of needed that to happen, and we throw in our Machamp to counter down Giratina, and they say, no, we're not going to be witnessing that today. No, thank you. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent, we're going to be met with a Scizor with our Steelix. Actually, I think that's a good matchup for us, right? So they're going to be swapping into a Swampert. We're going to go ahead and catch that Hydro Cannon with our Jellicent here because, you know, if we just threw it in immediately, they could have built up to Earthquake, and then, well, we would have taken a lot of damage from that. So we're going to go ahead and catch it and go straight for the Shadow Ball. We're landing it. Great. Now, at this point, an Earthquake is not going to KO, but we're going to be pretty close here. We're going to still let it go, and we do survive, no problem at all. And getting to a Bubble Beam. Don't think it's going to KO Swampert quite. Like, use a shield, okay. And I do believe I actually shield as well. I'm thinking, you know, no, I'm going to win this matchup, okay. We get to another Bubble Beam, but actually they swap, locking themselves in here, and we're going to go ahead and go Bubble Beam and swap into our Steelix. An attack fell, and we're going to go ahead and let this go. Night Slash is going to not really do too much. And what do they have? Bullet Punch. That's not very effective. Our Dragon Tail is actually not very effective in return, but we're a lot tankier than that. Going straight for the Earthquake. One more Dragon Tail takes them out, and I do believe at this point, they didn't quite close their app yet. Let's take a look. So they throw them to Swampert, and now they did, because they... Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they already quit out. So yeah, maybe could have froze, but who knows. All right, good game. Moving on to our next opponent. Let's see what we're going to be met with. What are we leading with? Steelix. I think we're leading Steelix for the remainder of the video. And there's the Staraptor. Let's get it. Let's have some fun, folks. So we're met with the Drapion. This is a good lead. If it does have Aqua Tail, not the best. They go for Crunch. Now, what I was thinking is they're trying to lower my defense, and then they're going to start spamming me with Aqua Tail. But let's see. Going for another Crunch. Okay, sounds good to me. And we go for the Earthquake right away here. Will we get a shield out of this Drapion? And they let it go. All right, off to a good start here. Bringing in a Politoed. Now, that's not horrible. That's actually not bad at all. And this will not quite KO. I shield up, that was stupid. Okay. All right, that was a first mistake. Let's point it out. All right, so we're going to go for Crunch, and we're getting a shield. Fine. They're going to have to build up to another Weather Ball. But the thing is, they've got more energy than a Weather Ball. They're storing up energy over there. Politoed is just too insane. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Machamp. Exactly. Look at another Weather Ball. Okay. They're going Earthquake. Oh, wow. Okay. They're swapping into Cresselia here. Now, they caught. Very nice. Nice catch. We swap into our Staraptor. Now I'm going to show you my next mistake. Hindsight's 20/20, but I'm still going to point it out. All right. Because Staraptor's crazy. They go for a Moonblast. I'm like, okay, this is not great. And I go for Close Combat, thinking that we're going to get a shield here. But I should have thought it through a little better, because their Politoed has a quick move that's not very effective, which we could have still potentially won, and I could have taken them out with Brave Bird, and then they would have been kind of forced to throw a charge move because they can't farm us down. So that was mistake 2. Check, that's not over. There's going to be a third mistake, and there it is right there. Throw in the cross chop. I should have just went straight for the counter down. Thought I might be able to get to it, but unfortunately they have a charge move. We could potentially still win, maybe, and no, they have another charge move. Now, if I would have just continued on without throwing that cross chop initially, we could have probably won that. So that was mistake 3. Good game nonetheless. I'm just pointing it out because it's frustrating, because I want to win with Staraptor. Next battle, we're met with a Muck. Good lead. All right, they have Poison Jab. They're going to be swapping into Obstagoon. We go into our Machamp immediately here. Now, I don't know what happened. And all right, we just straight countered them down. They didn't get to a charge. Maybe they're trying to get to something. Maybe they couldn't hit it, but nonetheless, they're coming in here with a Cresselia. We're going for a Rock Slide, going for another one, doing as much damage as we can before we do go down. And then the Steelix will come in here and just take over this. I mean, look at the damage. 2 Rock Slides bring it into the mid-yellow, which is pretty stinking good. They go straight for a Moonblast, taking us out. Oh, we're going to go in here with Staraptor. Okay. I think we're trying to get the alignment for the other Pokemon here. They're going for a Moonblast. It's very reminiscent of the other battle. We're going to go straight for the close combat here and letting it go. Swapping into Steelix, and we're looking very good here. I mean, we basically have won this. Let's see how much a Dark Pulse is going to be doing. They're definitely not going to go for no Acid Spray at this point, and it doesn't really do much. They realize that, and we take the win. Now, that is what you call a tank. Staraptor is going to be having a great performance here in a second. You're going to see what happens when the shields are down and it has 2 shields. So we're met with a Trevenant. This is interesting. At the same time, it's not really too threatening because we do have Crunch. Seed Bomb's not necessarily super effective, but Shadow Ball is going to hurt. And there's that Shadow Ball. We're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch here. And they're letting it go. Great. Swapping into a Swampert. We're going to go ahead and bring in Machamp because, well, I guess this is going to be a decent matchup compared to the Trevenant, right? And our Staraptor, we need to hold on to that. It's going to be the surprise at the end here. So I think we do let this go. Yeah, we're going to just hold on to our shields. We know we can take this here and still put on pressure. And then we're shielding this up. Okay, this is not the game that I was thinking of, but it's still going to be a good one here. And building up extra. We're trying to get both shields in this situation. See if they want to double shield their Swampert. They're going to let it go. And coming in here with the Trevenant, of course. I mean, what am I thinking? Of course you would come in here with the Trevenant. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Staraptor. They come in with the Empoleon, and this is where things get a little bit crazy. So we have to build up to 2 close combats, but at the same time, we have to be very careful that the Waterfall doesn't sneak in when we get off the first close combat, otherwise it's over. Because at this point, a Waterfall is doing about 35% of our health. So there's one, and we're able to get it before they actually connect. Fantastic. This is going to take out the Empoleon, and we're going to swap immediately into the Trevenant with our Steelix, and they say, nah. I don't like that. I don't like that Staraptor crap. All right, good game. Moving on to our next opponent. Let's see, what is it going to be? All right, so this is Talonflame lead up against the Steelix. Let's see what happens here. Now, yeah, it's not a great situation. So we're going to let the first one go through. Flame Charge is going to be hurting it. Yeah, it's doing some damage here. We're going to go ahead and go for Crunch. Now, if you're thinking, why didn't you just go for it immediately? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just intimidate them. Better shield up this heavy hitting move, whatever it could be. So we just go for a Crunch. We go for another one here, and we get both shields immediately. Yep, this is going to be the one. Let's have a little fun. So what are we going to do? Go in here with Machamp. Using this as kind of like the front liner here, letting this go through. I knew it was going to do a lot, but I just needed to get to this cross chop. We're going to throw in Staraptor and start building up the energy right after this. And let's go. Come on. And farming them down. Still a good amount of health. We're not out of it yet. We got 2 shields. Coming in here with an Umbreon. Okay, folks, this is crazy. Shadow Staraptor, you got the floor, buddy. Show them what you're made of, okay? We got 2 shields for you. There's no way you can screw this one up, right? No, that's me who's going to screw it up if we do. All right, so we're going to go for the close combat and the next one here because we're lowering our defense. The quick moves for the next Pokemon are going to do a lot. Depends on what it is. A Swamp. Let's go. So we just need to build up to the Brave Bird, and we got this game in the bag. I'm just hoping it doesn't freeze me up in the farm up, and it doesn't. Amazing. We're able to get to the Brave Bird, and I was so happy that I was able to do this nice little sweep up with the Staraptor at the end there. Awesome. We still got some more battles. It's not over yet. Let's keep it going here. Got a couple more for you. Could actually this be the last one. So we're met with an Obstagoon. This isn't great, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Staraptor here, and we're going to let this charge move go through because technically you'd want to shield up your Shadow Staraptor, but as you can see, and they're retreating into a Caesar, so this isn't great. I technically should have just went for Brave Bird, but I go for the close combat. There's no way I'm getting to another one, so I don't know why I tried to do that. But that's fine. We got a shield. So I think what I want to do, because of what we saw in the front, is go in here with the Steelix. Now what I'm thinking is we could see, I don't know if we would see a Charm User in the back with this team, but it's possible because, you know, something to protect them from fighting, and it's able to take on those potential steel types. So there's still a chance there could be a Fairy in the back, and when that's the case with the Steelix's health so low, we're just going to immediately lose because Machamp can't take it on. So we're going to go for the Crunch immediately and see what happens. Letting it go. We still have 2 shields. We're really putting all of our hope into the Machamp. And they're swapping into a... Oh, it's this battle. Okay, this is crazy, folks. All right, this is a good last battle here. Amazing. So a Gengar is going to completely wall us with the fighting moves because of the poison and the ghost typing. So we get the Rock Slide through, which is amazing. They shield up the Cross Chop. Okay, that's perfect. We still have 2 shields. They're probably laughing like, I'm going to beat you with 2 shields, huh, buddy? Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, fair enough. I thought it was going to happen. And they go for that charge move. We take them out with Dragon Tail. In comes their Obstagoon. We're able to get to the Crunch that's not very effective and take the win with our Steelix with just a sliver of health. Let's get it. Thank you for watching. I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!